I am Dr. Suvarchla, Scientific Director with Ziva Fertility Centers. I'd like to answer a question that has come as a comment for one of our videos from @Mamunurasid9108. He says, I am an azoospermia patient. My result shows a small number of sperms. Is treatment possible? First of all, if you are azoospermia, then there will be no sperms in your semen. The report should not say few sperms and then azoospermia. If it is few sperms, it is called as cryptozoospermia. Also, cryptozoospermia is when we have done a special procedure called centrifugation on the semen, and then we can report it as cryptozoospermia, where very few or just one or two are even present. Azoospermia is a male fertility condition and it is characterized by the absence of sperm in the ejaculate. It affects approximately 1% of men, and 10 to 15 of infertile men have azoospermia. Without sperm in the semen, natural conception is impossible. But if you are cryptozoospermic, that is even a few sperms are present, you can still try IVF, not IVF, but intracytoplasmic sperm injection and try to father a child. You still have a chance to get a child. So if you're talking about azoospermia, let's look at the types of azoospermia. There is obstructive azoospermia, where there is a blockage or obstruction in the male reproductive tract and it prevents sperm from being present in the ejaculate. Sperm production is normal, but it cannot reach the semen or it doesn't come out as an ejaculate. What are the common causes? Vasectomy or previous surgeries, congenital bilateral absence of vas deferens, which is called as CBAVD. It's common in men with cystic fibrosis. Then it could be because of infections like epididymitis or ejaculatory duct obstruction. Often it is treatable with surgical sperm retrieval or repair. Then there is another kind of azoospermia called as non-obstructive azoospermia. The sperm production is severely impaired or absent. There is no blockage. The problem is with spermatogenesis, that is sperm production. It could be because of hormonal issues where low testosterone is present, FSH abnormalities are there, some genetic conditions like Klinefelter syndrome, Y chromosome microdeletions, testicular failure, which could be due to infections, trauma or chemotherapy, or because of varicocele, which is a condition where dilated veins in the scrotum affect sperm production. These conditions can lead to azoospermia, which is non-obstructive. It is very challenging to treat. Sperm retrieval success depends on the severity of the condition. So, do we have any symptoms for this? Unfortunately, there are no visible symptoms in most cases because infertility or the inability to conceive is the most visible symptom. Low semen volume in obstructive cases can also be one of the symptoms. Pain or swelling in cases of infection of varicocele. Hormonal imbalances where low testosterone or elevated FSH also can be one of the ways of finding out the cause of azoospermia. So how do we diagnose this? The most important method and the gold standard is semen analysis. The first step is a semen analysis performed twice because sperms may be temporarily absent. Once azoospermia is confirmed, that is no sperms are detected in the ejaculate, then hormonal evaluation is performed where FSH and LH levels are evaluated. Elevated FSH levels suggest testicular failure, non-obstructive. Normal FSH levels with azoospermia may indicate obstruction. If the testosterone levels are low, it may indicate hormonal issues. Then we can also perform genetic testing to check for Y chromosome microdeletions or Klinefelter syndrome. Men with congenital absence of vas deferens may be carriers of cystic fibrosis genes, so that has to be checked. Scrotal ultrasound can also be useful. Checks for blockages, varicocele or testicular abnormalities can be revealed. Then there is the treatment of testicular biopsy or fine needle aspiration. In cases of non-obstructive azoospermia, biopsy is performed to check if sperm is being produced in parts of the testicles, and then treatment options are given. What are the treatment options? Let's talk about obstructive first. Surgical correction of blockages, especially if it is caused due to vasectomy or congenital bilateral absence of vas deferens or ejaculatory duct obstruction, can be corrected in most cases surgically. Success rate is a little low because in vasectomy reversal it is 40 to 90% success rate, which is good depending on the duration since the vasectomy. Ejaculatory duct resection improves the sperm presence in 50 to 80% of the cases. Surgical retrieval is also a very good option, especially if you go for ICSI after that. It is a highly specialized procedure within IVF. If surgery is not an option, sperms can be retrieved directly from the testicle or epididymis and can be used for IVF with ICSI. When we talk about surgical sperm retrieval techniques, there are a few important ones like PISA, percutaneous epididymal sperm aspiration, especially for obstructive cases with blocked vas deferens. Then there is TISA, testicular sperm aspiration, where sperm is aspirated directly from the testis. Micro TC, which is the microsurgical testicular sperm extraction for non-obstructive azoospermia cases, where sperm is retrieved from small pockets in the testis using microsurgery. The success rate of PISA and TISA is about 80 to 90% in cases of obstructive azoospermia. Micro TC is 50 to 60% in non-obstructive cases. So it is a good success rate. But when we talk about non-obstructive azoospermia, because there are no sperms likelihood even in a biopsy or surgical extraction, hormonal therapy can be applicable, especially in certain cases. Clomiphene or HCG injections can be used to boost testosterone and FSH levels, which may improve sperm production in selective cases. Aromatase inhibitors can be used to correct hormonal imbalances. Hormonal therapy improves sperm production in 10 to 20% of non-obstructive patients, and micro TC is also suggested with IVF. It is challenging, but it is possible. With ICSI, the success rate can be improved, which can go to 50 to 60% in non-obstructive cases if we get sperms. Around 30 to 35% success rate can be achieved with IVF ICSI procedures. Testicular tissue freezing is also a very good option, which is cryopreservation. If sperms are retrieved, they can be frozen for a future cycle. Then it avoids repeated sperm extractions. But what if no sperms are there? Donor sperms or adoption is also a good option. If no sperms are retrieved after multiple retrieval attempts, donor sperms may be considered. Donor sperm is used for IUI or IVF, and it's not the end of it. Adoption is also an option for couples who cannot conceive biologically. A long-term treatment option could be avoiding smoking, drinking, excessive heat, exposure to toxins. All these can, in the long term, maybe improve the condition of azoospermia. If you wish to understand more about this or want treatment options explained better, please feel free to contact us. Thank you. A lot of effort has gone into making this video. Please like and subscribe us. Thank you.